This is a different way to do your long division for those of you that maybe have a hard time with the way that Miss Berry taught you last time. In this way, first we're going to divide by the hundreds, then we're going to divide by the tens, and then we're going to divide by the ones and get partial quotients, and then put all those parts together to get the whole quotient. Remember, the quotient is the answer of a division problem. So our divisor, the number that we divide by, is 6, and the dividend, the one that we want to end, is 738. So we're going to take 738 divided by 6. So, just ignoring the ones and the tens, we're going to look at the hundreds. How many times could 6 go into 7? We know that it can go in about 1 time. Now it's not just 1 because we're working in the hundreds column, so it's 100. So now if you remember when Miss Berry taught you division last time, we talked about dad, mom, sister, brother, divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down. But in this new way, we don't need the brother. We don't need to bring it down. We have to divide, multiply, and then subtract, and then keep doing that over and over again. So we just did division by dividing 700 by 6 equals 100. So now we have to multiply. 100 times 6 equals 600. Now we subtract, and that will give us 138. Okay, now we have to keep going and doing it again until we have nothing left to divide. So how many times can 6 go into 138? If it helps, we can just look at the first two numbers. How many times does 6 go into 13? Well, about 2 times. But it's not just 2, because remember, first we work in the hundreds column, now we're working in the tens column. So it can go in about 20 times because we're working in the tens column. So we divided, now let's multiply. 20 times 6 would equal 120. Now we subtract. We have 18 left. So we worked in the hundreds column, we worked in the tens column. Our next step is to do the same 3 steps, dad, mom, sister, divide, multiply, subtract, in the ones column. So how many times can 6 go into 18? That's pretty easy. We know that 6 times 3 is going to be 18. So we divided 6 into 3. Now we have to multiply. 3 times 6 is 18, and then we subtract. 18 minus 18 is 0, so we don't have any remainder. If I had a remainder, it would tell me right here. Now these are the parts of the quotient. This is the part for the hundreds column, this is the part for the tens column, this is the part for the ones column. So these parts need to get added together to give me my grand total. So 100 plus 20 plus 3 is 123. So it's a little bit different than the other way I taught you to do long division, but this way you don't have to bring anything down. You don't have to borrow anything down. It just repeats dad, mom, sister, dad, mom, sister, dad, mom, sister, divide, multiply, subtract, and then add up your partial quotients to give you your final quotient.